All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about stacking overdrives and making sure that you are choosing overdrives that work really well. For today's demonstration, what I have is I have a Paul Cochrane Timmy, which is a very transparent overdrive. It really started the transparent overdrive sort of craze. Basically what it is, it's an overdrive pedal that you can use as a clean boost, which is what I'm doing as a first stage overdrive. And using the toggle in the very middle of the pedal, you can select whether you want symmetrical, asymmetrical clipping, or no clipping at all. So today I have it in the no clipping mode, and I have volume set pretty much at unity, gain set pretty low, and I've added a little bit of treble just to kind of stand out a little bit. And the bass is as so. So basically what I'm going to be doing with this overdrive is accentuating most of the frequencies of the guitar. And that takes us to the second pedal that's in today's demonstration, the Fulldrive 2 Mosfet by Fulltone. So this pedal is a mid-focus pedal. Using the three-way toggle switch in the very middle of the pedal, you can see you can either get a comp cut, which completely removes the diodes from the circuit. You can have a flat mid section, which is great when you're pairing it with sort of mid-heavy amps like a Vox AC30, Vox AC15. And then you have a vintage mode, which does add the mids back in, and that works really well on Fender style amplifiers and amplifiers where it's very sort of neutral in the EQ section. So basically what I'm going to show you today is kind of stacking these in order to make sure at appropriate parts of the song you're being heard. And so today I'm going to be demonstrating that using the song King of My Heart by Sarah McMillan, and that's most recently been covered by Bethel Music. So this is my clean tone for all of my gear that I'm using and the signal path. Feel free to check out my last video that goes in detail about my rig. So this is my clean tone, and I'm playing on the middle pickup of my Strat. So for the second sort of verse of this song, if you've listened to the song, it's still pretty mellow, but it's kind of all the full band's coming in. So I might play a part like this, which is just kind of some light picking. And this is with no overdrive on. So you can hear that sounds kind of buried, and you'll definitely be buried in the mix if you play that part. So that's why we want to add our first stage overdrive or the clean boost. And this is what the part sounds like with that. It definitely adds just a little bit of gain, but it definitely accentuates a lot of those frequencies and kind of gets you nice and pushed in the mix, which is where it should be, but it's not overpowering. So that's really what we'll use sort of the first stage for. And when we go to the chorus, this is usually the part that I'll play in the very first chorus. Delay's the same, add a little bit of reverb, and you just play that high part. This is middle pickup. So yeah, that's pretty much the part that I'll play. Just play that a couple times, but that's without any overdrive. So if you just add the clean boost, this is what it sounds like. So you can see it just brings it right into the mix. So that's something that when playing this song, you know, in the first chorus, I'll probably play that part, and then I just keep my clean boost on, maybe change the pickup, go a little bit to maybe the middle in the bridge for and then you get to sort of the second chorus where you play a little bit more, you still play that high part. But what I would probably do is at this point, this is when I'll add in the Fulldrive 2 Mosfet. So you step on that. That helps bring out the mids, which is really going to kind of punch through the mix a little bit. Once again, it's not overpowering, and I have the overdrive down pretty low. So basically what that's doing, it's not overdriving the signal. My signal is going to be a little bit overdriven, but it's still going to be clear and focused, which is really what you want. Now that I listen to it, I probably would play that on the middle pickup, just because it's not super like focused. It's not too focused, which would probably be really appropriate for a chorus too, since it's not the pinnacle of the song. And then you kind of go into that down bridge a bunch of times. You're never gonna let me down. And so the guitar part is probably just, if you listen to it, it's probably just holding on that A. So I'd probably take my reverb off, keep my delay on, maybe mess with the mix a little bit, turn it down a little bit. And then whenever it kind of gets bigger, what I would probably do is actually turn off my clean boost and turn on just the Fulldrive 2. Play something like that, very rhythm heavy. And then if I wanted to accentuate that, if we're going to keep hitting that bridge, you know, just kind of feel it out, step on the clean boost to really give you that overdriven signal. And then in the song, there has just like guitar part in that where that's once again with my middle pickup on the Strat. So that sounds really meaty and will kind of just, you know, accentuate it nicely, not overpowering. And then you'll go probably into a chorus. So then I'll kick my reverb on, move to the bridge pickup completely, and still play that high part. That's going to sound really, really nice, especially on a really big chorus. You're playing the part. You get to have fun with it. You know how to play it. It sounds good, heavy, thick, but it's also really clear. And that sets you up if you want to kind of do the sort of the solo part. If you go into a really big bridge. just sounds really, really nice, and you're really able to really add to the strengths of your pedals using that clean boost to really kind of set the platform for your rhythm tone, maybe some of the light lead stuff, and then you're able to really step on the Fulldrive too to really push it through the mix. So you want to make sure that you have pedals that really mesh well. You want to set out with a really good sort of bass platform, because that's what your whole entire sound is going to be built upon. And if you don't have a good one, or you have maybe too many clean boosts, you're never going to get that thick overdrive or the sustain that you need. You're just going to be pushing volume and volume and volume, which is good. But if you have a really clean amplifier, it's not going to sound as good as it could, which is really what you want. And it's not so much replicating the parts exactly that they're played in the recording, it's just making sure that in your mix you have a really good sound. And so you're able to pick your pedals based upon that. And so that's really what I would suggest with stacking pedals. Usually, I'm going to pick a pedal that has sort of that clean boost, that platform that I can build upon, and then pick somewhat of a more mid-centric pedal. In the video before, I showed you the Analog Man King of Tone, which does have that mid-hump, which I can really use in order to kind of push myself in the mix. In this case today, I was showing you with a Fulldrive 2 Mosfet. There's also other options. The Tube Screamer Mini is a really affordable one that I talked about in my other video. So you're just able to pick the pedals that you really need, and you really don't need, you know, more than 2 overdrive pedals on your board. Some guys have a lot, and that's fine, that's their prerogative. But I think really if you're looking at being able to find pedals that fit what you want at a good budget price point, you're able to find pedals that really, really work. So make sure you're studying sort of what the pedal is supposed to emulate. If it's, you know, a clean boost or a clone type circuit, it's going to have a little bit of a mid hum, but mostly it's going to be pretty neutral across all EQs, similar with the Timmy. If you're picking a pedal that sort of emulates a Boss SD1, or OD3, a TS9, TS808, those pedals are definitely going to be more mid-focused, which really helps you when you're using guitars and you want to push through the mix. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Thanks very much.